Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Leisha, artist name Leisha Liz, and I have been meaning to do this video for a while, but the Taylor Swift videos took a long time and I had some space in between some of the videos that I didn't intend, but life happens. So I had some really thoughtful, wonderful comments on my video reacting to Citizen Soldier and Icon for Hire song. And so I wanted to thank those people for commenting and kind of giving me the backstory on Citizen Soldier and giving me some recommendations. So that's what I'm reacting to today, is the two songs that they mentioned. One person mentioned two songs and the other person kind of agreed with one of those songs, like, yeah, you should definitely listen to this. So that's what we're gonna do. Yeah, it's just I love seeing people really passionate about bands that are making a difference and talking about mental health and things that are really, really helpful, and because that's like what music is for me, and what I try to do with my music is try to incorporate really tough subjects. And there's a place in music for everything, mental health and fun music and all these things, but it's really therapeutic for those of us who struggle a lot with our mental health. And so yeah, that's what we're gonna do today. And then bonus, since putting out that video, I have seen Citizen Soldier in concert when they toured with Icon for Hire, so I want to talk about that experience as well. I think we're gonna start with a reaction, and you're gonna have to excuse my headphones. They're a little bit broken, so they're taped here, so they're gonna be like a little lopsided. I haven't gotten new headphones yet because good headphones are expensive, but we'll get there, it's fine. So we're gonna start it with Let It Burn. I'm gonna actually read a little bit of this comment of what they said about it. I don't know if you know Citizen Soldier's backstory, but basically the lead singer, Jake, tried to himself in 2015. He ended up in a mental hospital, and when he finally decided he didn't want to keep living in pain anymore, he wrote down the words "Let It Burn" on a napkin to say he was going to let all of the pains of his past burn away. 2 years later, Citizen Soldier was born to help others who struggle with mental health know that they're not the only ones who have felt or thought certain things, as well as to let them know that there's hope on the other side. So I thought that was really, really good. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna start with Let It Burn. And I had originally, before going to see Citizen Soldier, had wanted to react to their most latest album, and I actually filmed me reacting to the first 4 songs, but they were like really, really heavy, and I don't know why I'm holding my headphones like this. I have done a lot of work on myself to get past my depression, and so it's hard for me to be back in that space. I do still struggle with mostly anxiety at this point, but it's hard for me to go back into those places. But I also recognize that it can be helpful to listen to songs like that so you can empathize with people who are struggling with that and maybe have experienced it a little bit different than you, because I definitely want to be a mental health advocate. I definitely still want to include it in my songs and be there to help other people. And obviously my experience might be similar to other people's experience, but it's only mine, and people have experienced other things. I keep saying the word experience. And yeah, I just want to be able to, the more I learn about different ways people struggle, the more I can empathize and try and find ways to be a part of helping out. So yeah, I think one of these comments also said that they have songs that are more like the darker kind, but they also kind of have songs that are more like uplifting and things like that. So I think it's nice to have both. I think, there are people, I think the common thing people say is some people who if you need to cry, you'll listen to a sad song to help you cry. And then there are some people who just absolutely cannot do that. So, that's why I keep saying this, but that's why I love music, because there's so many different ways you can connect with people, and there's a song for everyone. So yeah, let's look up Let It Burn.
out these chords and can't run for your life. Maybe you're broken, maybe you're shattered, with no reasons left to try. But you still have so much for saving that you have left on the inside. I know you feel like you were worthless, that your day is come. The misery too alive until you come undone. You feel like there is nowhere left to call your own tonight. You are not alone, this is our time and I am by your side. My friend, this is do or die. Hey kid, can you hear me? Don't you dare pull the trigger, throw it all away. You have every reason left to stay alive. All this hell you lived and seen, drown it all in gasoline. Then light a match, pull a pin, you are not who you've been. The past is just lessons learned, light it up and let it burn. Never thought that it would come to this. Who will save you? Fading fast, now you are cancerous. I know you feel hopeless at the end of your rope now. The fear is eating you alive. So I'll be your reason, I'll be your shelter. I will not let you say goodbye. Have you no reason to forget your past when you stay? If you can't say all goodbye, my friend, the world will be a darker place. I know you're scared to death, but this is not the time to hide. You were meant for so much more, won't let you leave this world behind. What will it take to survive? Hey kid, can you hear me? Don't you dare pull the trigger, throw it all away. You have every reason left to stay alive. All this hell you lived and seen, drown it all in gasoline. Then light a match, pull a pin, you are not who you've been. The past is just lessons learned, light it up and let it burn. You will remember the day you burned it all to the ground. I know you've heard this before, but you gotta be strong now. This is not the end. Hey kid, can you hear me? Don't you dare pull the trigger, throw it all away. You have every reason left to stay alive. All this hell you've lived and seen, drown it all in gasoline. Then light a match, pull a pin, you are not who you've been. Past is just lessons learned, let it burn. The past is just lessons learned, light it up and let it burn.
All right. Yeah, that was a really, really powerful, good song. I'll go back to the lyrics here. His voice, like, partially, a little bit reminds me of Daughtry, and I love Daughtry, so that's cool. Obviously, he has his own, like, unique tone and voice, but it reminds me just a little bit of Daughtry. And actually, this song was 7 years old, and the music kind of sounds Daughtry-esque, just a little bit. I really like this concept of, you know, when you're thinking like it's the end and you're ready to give up on everything, and you know what, and just decide to stay alive and just let all of that past, all of those things just burn, because you know you never know what's going to be ahead or how good things can get until you get there. And also when you just like let go of those things that are holding you back and let go of those people that are toxic and all of those things. I really love the chorus, drown it all in gasoline and light a match, pull the pin, you are not who you've been. The past is just lessons learned, so light it up and let it burn. I love that so much. I love the cadence of it. When I was going through this is gonna maybe sound stupid, but when I was going through depression, so maybe this I don't know, maybe this will help somebody. When I was going through depression, I was thinking, you know what, like, I still had, like, as dark as my thoughts were and as depressed as I felt and as low as I felt and hopeless, I had this, like, little glimmer of, like, well, maybe, you know, I'm going through this because someday I'll get through it maybe and I can help somebody else. And that's kind of sounds, I don't know, it sounds weird to say that, but yeah, I mean, we, you know, as humans, we have unique experiences, but we all have, like, similar experiences going through, like, similar changes and things and witnessing different events around us. And so there's always a way to connect to somebody. So yeah, I think I definitely think I can also relate to the let it burn part, because the more I've just decided, like, I like, if I keep living in the past and living in this mindset, I'm not going to get where I want to go. I'm not going to get to anywhere good. And so just, like, letting it go, and which is really hard to do, but the more you do it, the more you, like, learn to do it, the better it gets. And I wish I could say more, but I can't, like, cohesively think right now. Let's do the second song, which is Would Anyone Care, which I did hear at the concert, but I'm gonna react to it again just so I can see the lyrics, because obviously when you're listening to, you know, something live, you know, sometimes, like, it's a little lost, especially in the rock genre, because, you know, it's a little bit heavier. Yeah, let's do that one.
Would anyone notice if tonight I disappeared? Would anyone chase me and say the words that I need to hear? That I'm no burden, not so worthless, bent so much that I just might break. All consuming, so confusing, the questions that keep me awake. Would anyone care? Would anyone cry if I finally stepped off of this ledge tonight? Would anything change? Would you all be just fine? 'Cause I need a reason to not throw the fight. It just might save my life. Would anyone want me if they knew what was inside my head? Would anyone see me for the person that I really am? I won't lie, so hard to hide. I've never felt worthy of love. I would give up everything I have just to feel good enough. Would anyone care? Would anyone cry if I finally stepped off of this ledge tonight? Would anything change? Would you all be just fine? 'Cause I need a reason to not throw the fight. It just might save my life. If you're dying inside, sick of being alive, let me in, let me share in your pain. From my lungs through the dark, If you finally gave up and turned out the light, the world would be changed if you left it behind. You can't be replaced, no, tonight is the night you take back your life. Take back your life. Take back your life. Take back your life.
All right, I feel like that song was very similar in like the message. One of them was from 7 years ago, one of them was from 4 years ago. Yeah, I feel like this one had a lot of response in the audience at the concert, and I feel like I'm not as emotional reacting to it because, one, I don't really, this is so odd for me to say out loud, but I don't really struggle with depression very much anymore, which, oh man, like the earliest I can think that I was struggling with depression was early high school or maybe mid high school, and I'm 29 now. So, and then the past few years I've been like working on that. I'm currently on anxiety medication, so I think that blocks me from, it kind of makes me a little bit more chill. So I don't cry as much, and which sometimes is not awesome because sometimes you need to cry, but sometimes you need a little help from medication. And medication is not for everyone. Go see a doctor. But I'm just thinking, like, if I wasn't medicated or if I had heard this song back then, it probably would have made me cry. Both of these songs, because I probably would have related to those lyrics. Yeah. Ooh. See, I'm kind of emotional, I guess. Yeah, I think you get when you're, at least I guess I can only speak for myself, but when I was in a state of depression, it's really, really hard. It's like you have tunnel vision, and like all you can see, you can't really see the light, and it's really, really hard to get out of. And that's why we need community. That's why we need bands talking about mental health and having someone to reach out to, and having, like, I don't know what Citizen Soldier's fan base is like, but Icon for Hire, who toured with them that I saw, they have a fan group and that I've been a part of for years, and I've met like a few people from there, and like there's always somebody posting about something, and usually it's all like fun stuff, but you know, every once in a while somebody will post about their mental health, and everybody's like there for each other. And I just think it's really cool the way music can like bring people together and be like, we can like share in our pain, and like I can see you. And I think having someone that understands is so powerful, even if they just know. Back when I was having really bad panic attacks, I would have them at the most like not great times of the day. So what I would do is I would just text my best friend and be like, hey, like, I don't need you to do anything, but I just need someone to know I'm having a panic attack right now. Because when you're having a panic attack, you can feel really alone, and it like everything's really heightened. So for me, I got a little bit of calm by knowing that someone out there knows that I'm struggling right now, even if they don't get the text message right away. And I even told her, I was like, I don't expect you to call me or try to calm me down or anything. I just need someone to know that I'm struggling right now. And obviously it can go further from there. Obviously, if I wanted more support, I could get that. But sometimes it's just those little things that really do help, that take you there. So, move over. So the concert was amazing. So the tour was called Group Therapy, and I was like, oh, it'd be so cool if we could actually like, you know, have a real group therapy. And it was really, really amazing. Obviously they had like a set list, and obviously he had kind of like an intro to every song and like knowing what to say, but the way he talked between each song and just let people know that, doesn't matter what you do in your normal life. Like when you're here, if his song is making you feel like you need to cry and you need to get it out. And it just really did feel like group therapy. It was honestly one of the most interesting concert experiences ever, because a lot of times with the rock genre, you want to keep that energy going. You want to keep, song after song after song, because you don't want it to like dip too much. But I feel like the transitions were so good, and it just really felt like you could connect and you could, be there for the other people in the audience. And, it really did feel really, really like they really, really do care, and they really wanted to make you feel like, you're worth it, and like your struggles are valid. And I don't know. I don't really know how else to explain it, but if you ever get a chance to see them live, I definitely recommend it. Yeah, I wish I could have seen them afterwards, but usually concerts, of course, are on weekdays, and I go to work at 5 a.m. every day, so I didn't want to stay out too late. But yeah, it was a really, really good experience, and I would definitely see them again. And there was a couple other songs that I wanted to look up afterwards, because I thought they were really, really interesting lyrics. And I think lyrically, they do a really, really good job. So I guess with that being said, for those of you who are interested in me reacting to Citizen Soldier, is there any other songs you want to recommend to me, or songs you want me to react to? This is like the best way for me to listen to new music, because I am really not great at listening to new music, because I don't know, it's this really odd thing for me. Like as a musician, I don't currently listen to a lot of music, but I do like reacting to music and kind of giving my thoughts off the cuff. And I'm hoping over time I can be more cohesive with my thoughts. But yeah, if anyone has any recommendations, let me know. Yeah, I guess that is it for now. And I would like to do, I'm considering, I'm not going to promise anything, but I'm considering doing like a series where we talk about mental health, but through music. So I might like pick a mental health topic and like either talk about songs that I know are on that subject, or I might react to songs from that subject. Maybe I'll put out like a post on the I think it's the community board on YouTube, wherever the posts are, and just say like, hey, like I'm looking for song ideas for this topic, let me know in the comments below. So look out for that, and then maybe I can collect some, and then I'll have enough to talk about it in a video, because I think a lot of people have really good ways of communicating these topics. And yeah, and I might go back and maybe talk about my earlier music, that my intentions for it. And I am working on my own music. I do have the masters for my first project. I have a 2-part project that I'm working on, and so we're getting really close. I gotta work on all the content, which I've been working on recently. And yeah, I guess that's it for now. I'm gonna stop talking because my voice is getting like, ugh. I guess I'm really tired, but thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your really thoughtful comments. I really appreciated everyone that comments. Obviously, not everybody is up for commenting, and that's okay, but I just wanted to give a shout out to them, because I know that I don't know, I just really appreciate it, because I feel like it helps me understand somebody else, and somebody who has a different perspective or has benefited from songs like these. And yeah, I want to dive more into this, and I definitely, I want to grow my own fan base, and I want to, that sounds weird, but like more like a community, and like being able to connect with people, real people with real, who have maybe struggled or maybe have gotten through it, just, anything, because like life is always full of struggle, but just being able to connect with with people. So that's what I want to do. Okay, I'm going to stop rambling now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.